everybody, what's up? It's Jared here from One Up Creative. So, another video today, yet another unboxing. I've been doing a lot of these recently. I don't know how I ended up doing so many of these, but today we're going to be taking a look at the Rokinon 50mm 1.4. This is one of Rokinon's first automatic focusing lenses. And I had bought another 50mm and I wasn't quite happy with the results I was getting, so I decided to look at some other options. Thought I would give this one a try, so we're just going to unbox it here. So on the outside of the box, it's pretty basic. Just says Rokinon 50mm 1.4 F. Says IF, metal barrel, low coma, lens flare. You know, typical like Chinese translated advertising when they translate from advertising from Chinese. So we have a piece of padding there, and then we have the lens itself, which is inside this little plastic baggie. Let's take the lens out. We're going to set that aside, and then we do have a nice little bag. This is actually one of the better bags that I've seen. It's got kind of this almost kind of a quilted styling to it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of shining in the light there. But I don't really use them that much. I use them more to hold non-lens items than I do to hold actual lenses. And then the last thing in the box here is the instruction and warranty. The instructions are pretty simple. There's a certificate of quality. So the interesting thing about Rokinon is that I think they're kind of playing the game that Sigma played a few years ago, where, you know, they were really the cheap option for lenses. They're kind of the budget choice. Everybody who wanted a cheap lens that wasn't too bad would go to them, just like how it used to be with Sigma. And I think they're trying to escape that realm and kind of jump into the professional realm of lenses. So this is kind of their first foray. They have this lens, they have the 14mm 2.8, a 35mm 2.8, and now they recently released a 35mm 1.4. So we'll see how this lens performs. I'm pretty excited to get to use it. First thing I noticed when I pulled it out is I've actually used this at the store before, so it's not completely new to me, but I had forgotten just how large this lens is. I mean, like, it is legitimately very big. Compared to a lot of the other lenses. It's not that big compared to a lot of the 50mm 1.4s in the range. For Sony E-mount lenses, you're looking about this size for 50mm 1.4s anyway, but it is still a pretty large lens considering the size of a lot of other E-mount lenses. So around the outside, it's very simple. We've got just a focusing ring, nothing else on the outside besides the Rokinon logo, AF 50mm 1.4E, and the minimum focusing distance. So we've got a lens cap here, and there you can see the beautiful front element. It is huge and very pretty. And then we have the back there. Looks like a nice metal mount, pretty good tolerances. The one thing I just noticed here when I was messing around was that the lens cap does not lock. Well, actually, yeah, it does. You have to really push it in for it to lock. And that's how you get it to lock. But it does not lock very easily, and I guess that just fooled me. So you may be fooled too if you didn't know that. So just a frame of reference, the lens cap, you gotta actually like push it in to get it to lock. So we have the lens here. What we're going to do is I just want to pop it onto the Sony A7R II so we can get an idea of what we're looking at. So this is the Sony FE28 F2, and that's the size comparison you're looking at here. So let's just take the lens cap off and butt it up against it. That's the size difference that you're looking at. So it's definitely not a small difference in size. And a lot of people have complained that it makes if you're using it on a crop sensor camera, it's really unbalanced and not a great fit. So it's really made for the full frame line of cameras. But we are going to take this off here. We're just going to mount this on so you guys can see what we're looking at here. So that is what it looks like on the Sony A7R II. Pretty sweet. And I'm going to go ahead and pop a battery in here just so you guys can kind of hear the other major complaint that people have with this lens. Alright, and this is the other major complaint people have, is that the autofocus motor is quite loud. I don't think it's that bad. It's a lot different than a lot of loud autofocus motors that I've heard before, because it's a really high pitched, like, whirring noise than it is like a loud motor noise. So it's high pitched enough to where I don't think it's going to be annoying to anybody, and I think actually a lot of like older people wouldn't even hear it. So I don't think it's a distracting kind of loudness. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but to each their own. If you kind of shoot in situations where that might be a problem, you might want to consider that. So that's about it for this lens, guys. If I have any other thoughts, I might put them down in the notes below, but I haven't had a chance to really use it yet, so we'll see what I think later on. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like down below. If you guys have something out of it, please let me know by leaving a comment down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm uploading new stuff all the time. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you later.